going to get things started here, and we're going to start off with this. You know, I was so pleasantly surprised by Wonder Man. I had like no expectations for that show, like none, zero expectations.
Neither did I.
Oh my goodness. I just really, I almost couldn't care less about it when we were leading into it. It didn't feel like they had a lot of, it didn't feel like they had a lot invested in it. It didn't feel like they were doing a lot of marketing for it. Then they announced that they were dropping the series all at once, which I never think is a good sign. And
seems like a red flag.
Yeah, seems like a red flag, right? So then I go ahead and watch it, and I fell in love with it. I absolutely adored it. You know, our own Jonathan Voico, it became his #1 favorite.
Wow.
Absolute favorite MCU show on television. My wife absolutely loves it and adores it. Now, it was going to be a 1-season show. And then they announced back in March, you know what? Due to all the huge response, we're going to do a season 2. A season 2 of Wonder Man. And there was great joy amongst the people.
Yeah.
Until today. Today, Variety is reporting exclusively that Wonder Man season 2 is not going to happen. They are not doing it. This is what Variety reported. Wonder Man has been canceled. At Disney Plus, Variety has learned exclusively. The news comes despite the fact that Disney announced a season 2 renewal for the show back in March, roughly 2 months after it debuted. According to sources, a writer's room for season 2 was never opened, and the show's writers have been released to pursue other projects. Yahya Abdul-Mateen II and Ben Kingsley starred in the series as Simon Williams and Trevor Slattery, respectively. The season 1 cast also included a whole bunch of other people. And by the way, got nominated for Best Series at the Emmys.
Wow.
Which, you know, you would think if they were going to cancel the series, maybe wait until after the Emmys. Now, let me address kind of a logistical thing here first. It's going to be interesting to see how this affects the Emmys. Because they announced a season 2, it qualified Wonder Man for Best Comedy Series. And it didn't have to be shuffled off into the limited series category. Now that they have announced that they are not continuing with the show, as was the original plan. Remember, everybody, the original plan wasn't for it to be a 1-season show. It was going to be a limited series. Now that they've gone back to it being a limited series, Chris, I do wonder, what position does that put the Emmys in? Are the Emmys going to go, well, it was as of the time of the nominations, so we're just going to leave everything as it is and it's going to be in that category? Or is it going to force the Emmys to go, well, now it's disqualified from that category because it's technically a limited series? And if they do that, is it too late to nominate it for Best Limited Series? So does this take Wonder Man out of the Emmy conversation altogether? That's a technical thing, and I'll let you address that in a second. But on a more personal note, I'm kind of bummed out. Now, look.
Same.
Narratively, the show was designed and canceled it was designed to be a 1-season show. It was meant to be a limited series. Also, the whole conceit of the show was kind of absolutely completed by the end of season 1. The whole show was about just following this guy, had a dream of being an actor, yet he lives in the MC world and the complications that involves and bringing Trevor back into it. And that entire story was brought to completion. You can't really do it again in a season 2. From my perspective, though, and the way I look at it, it's simply a matter of, I just loved these characters. And if you told me that a season 2 of Wonder Man was going to be nothing but Trevor and Yahya Abdul-Mateen, or Ben and Yahya, sitting in a cafe every episode talking about their favorite old movies, I would be there every week watching those episodes. So I get it. It was never the plan for this to have a season 2. Chris, the only thing I can think of is that the producer said, okay, everybody loves the show, we have to do a season 2. And then when they sat down and thought about it, they went, we can't figure out a story for this in season 2. And I don't know what happened. So I ask you, Chris, there are 3 questions here.
Yeah.
Number 1, how do you feel about this as a fan about them canceling season 2? Number 2, why do you think they went out of their way to announce a season 2 and then change their minds again?
Yeah.
And then number 3, what, if any, impact do you think this has on the Emmy race? What do you think?
Yeah, so I was like you, where I'm honestly, my excitement is very little whenever new Disney Plus content is announced. I'm just not the biggest fan of what Marvel has done in that section, and so I had no care really much for Wonder Man. And when I saw it, like most people, I was very pleasantly surprised, and I loved what Daniel Craig was able to bring to this. And well, that to me, I think, is the big key to this. We are in the weekend of Spider-Man. It is doing great numbers. It is doing great with reception with fans and critics, as far as I've seen right now. And Destin is a busy man. He is gonna move on to Naruto. I'm sure Feige wants to figure out the Shang-Chi thing, or in Sony's now definitely with not wanting to let go of Destin. I think this might have been just a tough choice of Feige going, where does our priority leave us in using Destin to move our universe forward? And if you do look at the viewership numbers, while although Wonder Man, I believe in the article it said it did reach the top 9 out of the 10, it did quickly drop off after that week. And so I think this is a situation where it's great. It's nice that we got this for Disney Plus, but I think we can use Destin in better areas of our universe instead of this. Because again, just imagining where he has time for all this with Wonder Woman. Now, as far as the Emmy thing goes, John, yeah, that's something I'm going to be very curious on how they go back with that, because I wouldn't even know where to begin with something like that.
And the again, a lot of people forget, and I'm glad you brought up Destin. A lot of people forget Shang-Chi 2 and Spider-Man Brand New Day director Destin Daniel Cretton is the showrunner and behind Wonder Man. And they don't even get to make a Shang-Chi 2 with him anytime soon, because he's got that, what's it called? Naruto? He's got to do.
Yeah,
Naruto,
that anime movie, yeah.
The anime
Naruto,
movie that
yeah.
he wants to do. So he's a busy guy. So whether it's Destin stuff, whether it's story stuff, whether it's Emmy stuff, I don't know. But sad news today. I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. It was never intended to be an ongoing series. I get it. But I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of bummed out about it. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? The single season turned into there's going to be a season 2 is now canceled, and there's not going to be a season 2 of Wonder Man. Bummed out about it. Don't really care. Think it's fine. Whatever you guys think, jump down into the comments section below and let us know your thoughts.